Today, we are going to see about the topic of OOPS in C++. OOPS means Object Oriented Programming System. C++ has 6 types of OOPS concepts. Sometimes they used to say it as a pillars of OOPS. Okay. Before going to that, what is the aim of the OOPS means is to bind together the data and then function that operates on them so that no other part of the code can access this data except these functions. Okay, this is the basic aim of this loop. Next one, first pillar is class, next object, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism and encapsulation. These 6 are the pillars of object oriented programming. Okay. Next one, class. First pillar of the OOPS is classes. A class is a user defined data type. It acts like a blueprint for creating a data that defines a data's end methods. In class, which holds its own data members and member function, which can be accessed and used by creating a instance of that class. Here, the instance of the class is nothing but an object. Here the class have 2 parts. First part is data member and the second one is a member function. The data member is nothing but the variable that declared inside the class. It's called as data member. The function we are using within a class is called as the member function. See here, this is the syntax for declaring a class. First, we have to write the keyword for a class, then user defined name. Here the user defined name that represents the class name. Okay, next we have to use the flower bracket to open the class. Then we have to specify the access specifier. Access specifier is divided into 3 parts. First one is a private, protected and public. Here access specifier means it's it's just like that giving a permission to access the data and member functions inside the class. For example, here the access specifier, if I am giving a public means within the program I can anywhere else in the program I can use the class data members and then member function. If suppose I am giving the access specifier as a private means within a class only I can able to access the data members and then member function. I can't able to use the data member and member function outside of the class. Okay, this is called as an access specifier. We have a giving a permission where to access the data and functions in the class. Okay, next one, data members. Data members here is nothing but declaring a variable. Here variable is called as the data member and member function means methods to access the data member, that is called as the member function. These are the syntax for declaring a class. In C++ program, this is a simple program coding how to declare a class, a data members and the member function. See, this is a small example that car is a common property, common entity. Car is a class. Here the car brand name is called as an object. Another example, here students or a class. That particular student, we are giving their roll number, date of birth, mail, email ID. For particular students I am getting those details is called as an objects. Okay, object is nothing but an instance of the class, is called as an object. Here see, if this is a simple C++ program. Here we have declared a class. Student is a class name, public access specifier. Then I declared roll number, name, ages as the variable. This is called the data member. Int show age, this is a function, member function of the class. See here, I am creating an object. To create an object, first you have to use the class name, next object name. The next one, to access the member or the variables in the class, you have to use object name dot variable name, or object name dot that particular function which you are like to access in the class.